Hey, this is Dave. Thanks for joining me for episode 3 on my Living an Abundant Life videos. Today we're going to talk about fitness and that effect that it's had on me. I also want to talk about Alzheimer's and the effect it's had on my family, especially my sister, and how that's influenced my current thinking on fitness. I hope you join me. Thanks a lot. So I've changed my outlook on exercise a little bit. I started CrossFit in about 2011, and then for the next 9 years I was very engaged in that. CrossFit can be a very intense workout, and you can push yourself to the point of being sore quite a bit. At least I do. I have a hard time. I'm competitive, and so I like to really push hard when I do it, and so I've had to tone that back. I currently do probably 2 CrossFit workouts a week, and they become a much more controlled type of workout where I'm not lifting the heaviest weights I can, and I'm not just it's just not the all-out push that at one point in my life I did. And even as recently as about 4 years ago, I was pushing myself very hard on it. And that's what led me then into riding my bike and swimming more, is that I needed to find exercise that, while still very good for me, it wasn't quite as intense on my body. I don't want you to take this as a slam to CrossFit. I still believe in CrossFit. I think it's an incredible vehicle to be fit. But for me, it's important that my fitness is something that I can do for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to stop doing exercising at 65 or whatever. I want to be able to exercise for the rest of my life. And so I needed to find ways to exercise that's easier on my body. My sister Dana was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's somewhere around the 2010-2011 years. And so Alzheimer's is run in my family. My mom's side of the family, both of my grandparents on my mom's side died from brain disease. My mom has a brother that died from brain disease, and now my sister, who by all accounts is in the final stages of her life, and she's been battling Alzheimer's for right around 10 years, a little over 10 years. She was just something special. She sang incredibly well. She was involved in a lot of different groups. She was a fantastic student. She loved to play sports. She played softball on her high school team. She was funny, and I idolized her. I wanted to be just like her. She was amazing to me, and she treated me well. And she always included me. She was just a wonderful sister. And so this has been a tough 10 years for my family. My parents took over the care of her after about 2 or 3 years, and then after a couple years, Dana was put into a care facility, and they've taken care of her since that time. And now to go see her is incredibly difficult. You have to stand behind a fence because of COVID, and it's a difficult time. But Dana has never lost her smile. She's always had a great attitude. So I began to do more and more research around Alzheimer's. One, for my parents, but then also for me. I knew at some point this could potentially impact me. So for the past few years, what's really coming out of the research on Alzheimer's is that you need to be active. And it's especially important to be active and to be attempting to be fit in the middle stages of your life. It has a direct correlation, and then if you keep that fitness level going, the studies show that you're going to be much more successful in staving off the effects of Alzheimer's. My sister Dana is currently in a care facility. She really could pass away at any moment. There are many times that I ask the question, why? Why is this happening? And it makes you question what you believe in. My sister told people when she still could, I accept this. I know there's a reason I'm going through this. It's going to impact somebody's life in a positive way. And she had this incredible attitude about it. If you want to have an abundant life now and later on in your life, you need to incorporate fitness into it. I encourage you to do that. It doesn't need to be crazy exercises. Today, I'm out for a walk. I try to walk somewhere between 3 and 5 miles in a day. Some days I'll walk between 6 and 9. Today is going to be more in that 3 to 5 range. When I go out for a bike ride, one, it's going to be nicer weather, it's going to be warm, but I'm usually doing 20 to 30 mile road bike rides. I love to swim. And this summer, I've set up a way that's going to assist me in being able to swim more. And that's incredibly easy on my joints. I encourage you to do the same. I know that many of you have jobs and family commitments, and you're like, I can't do it. Well, you need to. It's important to be fit. You don't have to be skinny. You need to not be obese. But you don't have to be this out of this world type person to be fit. Getting fit is not difficult. I encourage you to do it. I encourage you to spend the time needed to get fit. I encourage you, one, because it can be fun. I encourage you to do that because you'll feel better. But I also encourage you to do that because of your long-term health prospects are improved when you take the time to do that. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this whole video. I hope you have a great day. I'm going to have a little video at the end of this of me and my sister singing a few years ago. It's a Christmas carol. It's probably maybe more for me than for anybody else. It's how I remember my sister, laughter and singing. Even she was at a very advanced stage even in this video. Have a great day.